Hey, how you doing, Oscar, Andrew, Carl? Let me know if you can hear me. I just sketched this painting out, and I'm gonna start painting it. Hey, Andrew, I have done a couple pictures of Jesus. Um, Actually, I've done three. I did the famous one where he's knocking at the door. I did another one for someone where he's like, I know there's no weeping willow trees in in Israel as far as I know, but she specifically wanted Jesus sitting and leaning on a weeping willow tree, and I painted that for her a few years ago. And then I have another one that I painted of his face. Um, yes, I've done three of these. Hi, Sister Phyllis. I um, I just finished a painting actually for Sister Phyllis, and immediately got commissioned to do this one. And so I still had the farmer one I was doing because I haven't been able to paint in a long time, man. As you guys know, the whole church building pretty much took my entire summer. I didn't even get to ride my bike like I wanted to. I didn't get to finish that painting. But I was about to finish Sister Phyllis's painting and then go and start painting on the farmers. If you guys been on this channel, you guys know what I'm talking about. And a brother hit me up and says, "Hey, is there any way you could do something for me?" Which is this one. And this is going to be really special. And he asked me, "If you do this painting for me, is there any way you can do it online?" And I said, "Yeah, of course, you know." I think it's awesome for whoever is going to have these paintings, for them to actually have that forever, you know. Um, so he asked for it, you know what I mean? He asked, a lot of the times I won't go public with people's paintings. The ones I go public are my paintings, the ones I want to do. Um, I just feel like sometimes, you know, I just want to keep the privacy of whoever wants the painting. But he specifically said, "Can you please do mine on the YouTube channel?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." You know. So, anyways, I'm gonna start this. So, anyways, I sketched it out, and you probably can't tell what it is, but basically, this is a like a I don't know if it's a lettuce or some type of lettuce field that they have there. That's gonna go all the way back. These are some like short trees, and then obviously the mountains, the sky, and then here's what's gonna be cool is right here is gonna be a reflection. This is water, like from here. This is gonna be water, and it's gonna reflect the sky. I love doing reflections because it looks so cool. Because this is gonna be like a sunrise. So it's gonna be dark up here and lighter, and you're gonna see the sun peeking through, shining through, and the tower there is a landmark in that city, and I'm gonna include that in there. Hey, what's up, brother Robert? Oh, I can show yours. All right. Let me show you what I did for Sister Phyllis. Let me grab it real quick. I'm not sure if it's because it's kind of a big piece, but there it is. It's huge. It's in plastic right now because I got to deliver it. It's a really nice custom frame that Gavino put in. I gotta deliver this. I gotta get it to you, sister. Okay. Once I start painting this, guys, if I get quiet, I'm not ignoring you guys. It's probably going to be boring unless you like to watch paintings created. But if I start talking, then it'll take me away from what I'm doing. Thank you, Sister Phyllis. Yeah, I'm really proud of how it came out. Sharon loves it. Yeah, but I'm just gonna just start painting, and then every once in a while I will look at I have a tablet right here because I can't see the camera comments because the camera's facing this way, so the phone's facing that way, so I can't see the screen. But I do have my tablet here in case I do see a question or whatnot, so I will look toward it. Let me turn my screen down, or it'll kill my battery really quick. I have it full blown. This is the tablet I used to preach. Okay. There it is. When I started this David Rocha channel, this is one of the reasons why is so I can paint. As maybe you guys know or don't know, but I'm not on the payroll at the church, and my income, I have there's an art gallery that carries my work. I do have art at the church, but it doesn't sell very much. Once in a while I'll sell a piece at the church, which is fine, but it gives me a place to display my art. But people that maybe they want a painting by, because I was in the music industry or whatever, and people buy my paintings, online, or so I'll be shipping paintings here and there. I don't ship a lot. I don't sell a lot of original pieces because these go for a couple $1,000s. These original landscapes, and I love doing landscapes. But every time I make a painting, not a custom one for somebody, but when I do my own paintings, I get prints made. They're custom made prints on canvas and on this special velvet paper. And then I number them, and then I give a certificate of authenticity that goes with it, and it's signed and it has a seal on it, and it's numbered. The number on the certificate matches, and that's a lot of how I make my living, guys. But every time I get a piece like this, that's it's special, because it's helping. It's helping. It helps me. It helps Sharon, and I love doing it, But a lot of times, I'll do a piece, and then it'll sell months later after the fact. Like I remember I did that the tractor one with the tomato field. That original sold, and then I sold multiple prints of it because people liked it so much, and I still have prints of that. And anyways, that's what I do, man. This is what I do. Okay, Sister Phyllis. Hey, Mob, how you doing, man? So, anyways, I'm gonna start with the sky. I really like this Prussian blue. It looks black, but it's a nice blue, and I want to fill that top up. Oh, it's not even open. Do I have an open one? Look at my paint, guys. A whole bunch. I'm not going to dig through there. I'm just going to open. Oh, wait. There it is. It's actually a better brand. I still have some left. I don't want to open a new one if I don't have to. And there it starts. Get paint all over me. Okay, I'm gonna grab the brush, but let's see. Oh yeah, the Ice Tree Bridge. I did that one too. Yeah, the original. Yeah, Sister Phyllis has the original the Ice Tree Bridge, and then I ended up selling prints of it because the Ice Tree Bridge is the old bridge in downtown Sacramento that bridges between Sac and West Sac, and that's a huge landmark for them over there. Nick Loya, how you doing, brother? Isaiah Rosales, how you doing, brother? Amen. So, as you can see, this is how I paint. I know not every artist does it like this, not every painter does it like this, but I like to sketch it out first. I use a thin black brush, and I sketch out my idea. I know not everybody does it that way, but that's how I do it. Let's see, my that was my text. So for that big sky, I'm gonna use a bigger brush. Sometimes they get a little stiff, even when you wash them. They get stiff from just the last time I used it, and then some of the paint within the bristles dries. I gotta re-soften it up a little bit. It wasn't even tight. Oh, I'm gonna just use this one. This one's softer. All right. Here you go. Let's see. Derek Mallory, how you doing, brother? All right. Looks black, but it's like a blue. This is my favorite blue. It's just a really dark, deep blue, and especially when you do skies. Usually every painting I do, I have Gavino frame it. He's my framer. I don't know a framer better than him. Every frame is different. That's why when somebody wants one of my prints, they say, "Oh, I want that one." I said, the print's the same, but the frame will always be different. If you like this specific frame, you gotta get this one because I can't promise another one like it. That's what's cool about it is everything. Nobody's gonna have what you have, you know. Let's see. But because this is gonna be a sunrise, it's not. It's gonna get lighter and lighter as we go down, and there'll be like streaks. I never get tired of this, man. It's magic to me, you know. Well, maybe not magic, but probably the wrong word to use. But I don't get tired of this. I think what I want to do is as I go lower, I don't want it just to go from dark blue to light blue. Maybe instead it'll be a sunset, sunset. That way the colors, you know how when the sun's going down and you start to see the yellows and the oranges and the reds, and then that's what I'm going to do. This is going to be a sunset. Yeah, I like that. More paint. I'm going to turn my radar off because it's going to keep rattling like that. Oh, Johnny, really? You're the one texting me, brother? Brother Johnny. Alcala from SoCal. Why are you texting me and making my phone vibrate? Now, Johnny used to sit there with me while I'd be painting stuff for people, or stuff I would be painting for somebody and I'd send it home. We'd just fellowship, sit there, fellowship, talk about our families, talk about freedom, talking about In-N-Out Burger. Painting skies is tricky to me. you know, like I'm right here, I'm going over my sketch. Um, it's just a sketch, it's just a guide, you know. All that stuff I went over, I'll bring it back later. Remember this bottom's a reflection, so it has to reflect the top. Let's see here. Oscar Federico, how you doing, brother? This is in case those of you that are jumping on, this is as you guys know, this is how I make my bread and butter. I wish there was more butter and bread, but it's okay. um, I have a local gallery that carries my art. I sell a lot of my prints, and once in a while I sell the originals. Um, and this is an original that somebody requested, and they requested if I can do it on the channel, and I was like, yeah, of course. You know, I just finished one for Sister Phyllis. I showed it earlier. It's right here in case you just jumped on. I did this one. It's wrapped in plastic, but it was an old black and white photo, and it was requested, and now I'm doing this one. So let's I want to let that dry a little bit, but I think I want to bring in some oranges, or, well, let's see. Let's do some yellows first. I'm going to start now from the mountains up. See my brush. Let me get some of this. Get my brush clean. A lot of people ask me, where'd you learn to paint? I always laugh because Yeah, stereotype. I learned in prison. Actually, drawing, and I feel like drawing had a huge part of my sanity. Other than the Lord, obviously the Lord keeps us sane. But when I was in Santa Rita, I was in solitary. You have to do a program, meaning you have to fill up your day. If you don't fill up your day with things to do, I have seen men break and lose their minds. When you have nothing to do every day and days melt into each other, that's a perfect way to go insane. I've seen it happen so many times. That's why I'm a huge advocate of find something to do. I don't care what it is. And I wanted to learn to draw. I'd never drawn before. And I noticed on commissary they would sell this drawing pad. And I asked my brother, my older brother, can you please send me a book on how to draw? And he sent me a book on how to draw animals. And it was very basic, beginners. And I literally used that book like it was my own college course on art. And like the first animal was a seal or a horse or whatever it was. But I would not move on to the next animal until I mastered that animal. I mastered all the skills that it showed and how to do it. And I basically used that book. It was real thin, but I used that book like a college course, and I drew every single animal in there to perfection with a pencil. And then my brother said, well, whenever you're done, I'll send you another one. So then I asked him to send me one on people, and I learned to draw people. That was hard. But I learned to draw people. And then the third one, I learned to draw landscapes with pencil. And by that time, I was drawing anything. I spent a year in solitary, so I would get Time magazines, whatever newspaper. I would find pictures, National Geographic magazines, and I'd find animals or landscapes, and I just drew and drew and drew, and that helped me every day because I would get up, write my letters, read my Bible, pray, clean myself. I created a program, and but then I would have time when I would draw, usually in the evenings. So then by the time I got to prison in Terminal Island, I was still pencil drawing for people. Then I was pencil drawing for my soups and stuff. A lot of people, they wanted cards to send home, especially like holidays, Mother's Day, Christmas, birthdays. I was doing portraits of people with pencil, and I had my locker filled because I was getting all kinds of soups and chips and whatever else I wanted from commissary. But then on my last 2 years, they sent me to prison camp, federal prison camp in Atwater. And I couldn't believe it, man. There, they sold canvas and paints and brushes. And I told my brother, the same brother, I said, hey, those books used to get me, do they have any books teaching how to paint? And he found books on how to paint, and same thing. I started with animals and then people, and so I started painting. That's where Brother Johnny Alcala was with me. So I was always constantly painting something, whether it was for somebody there or it was stuff I was sending home. Um, and again, that's how that was my hustle in there. That's how I made my money. And so I made my soups. And, my family took care of me too, but the paintings helped a lot. Because I think I would sell the portraits, I think, if I remember, $40, which is a lot, man. That's a lot of soups. That's a lot of tunas, a lot of candy bars, and so I learned to paint in there. Let's see who's on here. Oh, Felipe, how you doing, brother? All right. Oh, let me get back to painting. I'm sorry. See what I mean? I start talking. So, I think, let's see. feel like this brush is too thick for this. Let me get a smaller brush. Oh, this one. Will this one work? Yeah. This one was in a clearance rack at Hobby Lobby the other day, and it was like $2. Let's use that one. I like it because it has like an edge. Because I don't want to get into these mountains here and have to do them all over again. Obviously, all this black you're not going to see when the painting's done. It's not going to be, you're not going to see outlines. That'll look like a coloring book. Oh, I could go over it because it doesn't erase. Oh, nice. So the paint doesn't actually completely cover the black, which is good for now. That way I can paint this the way I want. I could have used a big brush then, but oh well. Let's see. Put a little color in there. It starts to mix because the blue isn't dry. Maybe the mixing ain't so bad because it kind of looks more natural. If you ever look at a sky, the colors blend into each other. See, that's what I don't want. See, when it mixes, it starts to turn green. So I got to stay away from the blue here. It's not dry, so I don't want green up here. Ah, it's turning green. Let's clean that. I'm not going to finish this painting today, but I wanted to get started. And that way, for the next few days, I want to paint a little bit until it's done. I don't want to sit on this painting too long. I know the gentleman that wanted it. I'm sure he's excited to get it. So I don't want him waiting so long. Okay, so oh, let me. You know what? This I could hit some yellow on the bottom because it's a reflection of what's on top. So let's see. Yeah, I'm curious from your guys' point of view. To be honest, does it look like I don't know what I'm doing? Seriously. I always wondered about that. When I'm painting, does it look like I don't know what I'm doing? To me, the beauty of it is if it looks chaotic and all of a sudden it starts popping later on in later sessions. Okay. Hello, Sister Lisa. Mellow fellow, happy little trees. Teddy. Yeah, man. Drawings. Where did you do the drawings, Teddy? Okay. Oh, you know what I could do? I could probably blend some, because the yellow is going to blend to orange. So let's get some of that in there before that dries. Because that'll look nice with the, if the red mixes with the yellow, it'll create red and orange shades. And that's a good thing. Get a dig through this paint here. Find a red. I didn't really want to use this red. This is like the cheaper brand, but I'll use it. It's the same paint, but what makes the paint cheaper is it's more watered down. So basically, I have to add more coats compared to this brand. See how, okay, perfect example. See how you can see the lines through there? By the second coat, you won't see those lines. But if I use this brand, it would have to be 3 or 4 coats. So I really don't, but I don't know where the red is in that brand, so I'll just use this one. It's fine. So what I'm going to do is get some oranges and red shades in there. So I got a little yellow, a little red. And how much red do I want here? You know what the beauty is of paint over pencil? Well, pencil's okay. Is if I ever don't like something, just paint over it and fix it. And just like that, it disappears. I'm just going to go over my lines or else it'll look choppy. That way it looks continuous. And then I could always come back and do the tower. I want it to look continuous, so I have to make it like it's flowing through. Let's see. That's what makes each painting unique. It does look all chaotic at first, but the end product is beautiful. Yeah. So see, like, I know some artists can just do it without the sketch. I've done paintings like that. Matter of fact, I probably maybe 30% of my paintings are without a sketch. My personal paintings. The other 70, I like to sketch it. I want to like kind of be able to see it and envision what it is I'm doing, because if not, I get lost. It's equivalent. Have you ever been on a freeway when they're working on the freeway and they haven't put reflectors in yet? And it's a 5-lane freeway and you're just guessing where the lane is at? That's how I feel without a sketch. And that's not every person that paints, that's me. I like to see the lines on the road. I like to see the direction I'm going. And that's kind of why, you know. I can't really do more. All this paint is wet and it starts to create these greens and I'm not liking it. So I think what I'm going to do now is just hit the dark blue, light blue, and I'll probably wrap it up for today. Because I got to let this paint dry before I go on to the next thing. Like these distant mountains, there's a trick to making them look distant. You know, I got to make it look hazed and distant. But I can't do it with this yellow paint and the red wet looking, because it'll start mixing. So I'm gonna hit this with a lighter blue, hit the bottom of the dark blue, and just call it a wrap. At that point, I have to I got to get the Bible study ready for tomorrow. I've been going so deep in the church history that I got to refresh myself. This is a course I took a long time ago, but I have to refresh myself, man. Somebody who, I forgot who it was, they're like, man, you're making this church history look like you just got all this stuff popping off in your head. And I kind of do, but I have to refresh myself in church history. So what I'm doing is catching up and looking at a lot of my books, and I just reminding myself, and it's like boom, and it all starts to come back, you know. But it's a lot of work to do in that church history, because I don't want to say things inaccurate, and if I do, I apologize. I don't mean to. I'm trying to be as accurate as I possibly can. Anyways, let me get this. Let me get the dark blue on the bottom here. And then we'll go from there. I don't paint in oil painting. I know most of you probably hear, oh, that's an oil painting. It's oil. You know how when you get oil somewhere, it's like it gets everywhere. That's why I stay away from oil painting. It's something that's oily, just gets everywhere. That's why a lot of oil paintings, you'll see them like they'll wear an apron, they'll have canvas on the floor all around. I don't have no canvas here. Like those are straight up my couches back there. I'm not worried about it because acrylic paint doesn't get everywhere like oil. Acrylic is water based, and it just doesn't. You know, if I touch my hands here, it's just water, so it's gonna dry. Imagine if this was. It's impossible to get oil out of everything. So there's constantly oil. So then I touch this, and this gets greasy. I touch my face gets greasy, oily. I mean, not greasy, oily. I'm not a fan of oil, and then it takes long to dry. They look beautiful. I mean, oil paintings are amazing, but it's not my thing. Reflections on painting it's an illusion, guys. I'll explain right now. Hold on. Just think about it. How do you paint water? Water's clear. So it has to be an illusion. So basically, whatever colors are here are going to reflect on here, and it's going to give the illusion that it's water. Because how do you paint something that's clear? And that to me, that's why I wanted to add that effect to it, to have this whole reflection. And then all this greenery, you're going to see that reflected in there too, kind of like hazed. So so when the brain sees it, it just looks like this reflection. It looks so cool, you know. And that's why I like reflections, just the illusion of it. Okay, Sister Maria, totally enjoying learning about church history. I like the fact that you do not trash other religious church. No, well, this is history. It's history. It's important. Um, Alfonso, how you doing, brother? So I'm gonna hit some light blue, and I'm gonna wrap it up. Wrap this thing up. With some light blue. Okay. I'm just gonna let that dry, guys. I'm gonna end this session. Probably go back and call it session 1. Any questions before I bounce? This is a commissioned piece for somebody. Um, my original landscapes like this, they go for $2,000. The original, in case you're wondering. And if you want to see the other art I have, because every time I do a piece, this is original. This is for somebody. But when I do my own stuff, I make prints of it, and then I get those custom made and custom framed. These prints are custom prints. They're not just like, I don't go to Walmart and get a print of it. I take it. It's called a G clay. It's a professional process where they take a painting and they print replicas of it in perfect. I mean, you put the original next to the print, and you can't tell the difference of the color. Of course, you can't feel the texture of it. And those are limited edition prints, and I usually sell those between 250 to 500, and they're numbered because they're limited edition. But the original pieces I sell for 2,000. Um, those are original. That's the one I did for Sharon back there, but that's like a 4 by 5 foot. It's huge. It takes the whole wall, and that's a piece I did too over there. And but this is what I do, guys. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to paint anything original in months. But thank God that I still sell prints of my work, whether online or just different avenues, you know. On people see my Instagram, or because I have a David Rocha Art Instagram. It has a lot of my art, David Rocha Art. and I'll sell prints here and there, and that helps a lot. But then when I do an original piece like this for $2,000, it helps a lot too. You know, these original pieces, and I'm really happy. I'm happy that it brings joy to people when they have the art. I love art. I have a whole entire wall of art of artists that are local in my dining room. My dining room, one whole wall is all local art, people that I've supported myself and Sharon, and people that have done nice pieces, you know. So I support artists also. Um, but I'm just gonna end it there. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna be doing this for the next few days. I don't want to lag on this. I know the brother that wants this piece. You know, he wants it sooner than later, and he wants to enjoy it. I like to just get in the flow of something and do it, and then I know I will say this: every painting has an ugly stage, and that's what this is. Where you're seeing me paint over my own sketches. You're seeing me painting over this tower. Like, what is he doing? Um, this is that stage, and you're gonna see. Watch as this gets closer and closer. This thing's gonna start just popping, and I'm really excited about seeing how it ends up and seeing the end result. But everything goes through the ugly stage, and I think that speaks volumes in ministry as well, in our own lives. When you try to create something or make something, you know, and sometimes people can't see what you see. Have you ever had that? You start in a new endeavor, or you started something, and you have the vision for it. You see it already before it's even done, but other people can't see it. That's why you got to be careful on who you share your dreams with, who you share with, you know, your aspirations, because other people, if they don't see it, they'll tear it down out of their misunderstanding or not understanding. A lot of times when the Lord shows me something, I keep quiet. I'll share it with my wife, but I'll keep quiet about it because I know people won't see what I see. You know, when we first walked into the church building that we're at now, that place was closed down for 2.5 years. There was so much dirt, dust, grime. There was so much stuff in there from the previous person that was there. There was tires and bumpers, uh, oil, oil stains. Um, there was Sharon's office had a giant hole in the ceiling. Um, that place was a mess, guys. But we walked in there and we saw the vision. We saw this is a lot of work, but we saw what it could become. You know, and together collectively with the church family, with people that gave donations that maybe you weren't nearby, or maybe you were busy at work, but you came and said, I'll buy paint, I'll buy this, I'll buy that. What do you need? Here's money to help do it. Here's some food because you guys are working all day. I know you guys are hungry. All of that, man. And we made that vision happen. And maybe if you walk into some pristine church and everything is brand new, and maybe we can't compare to that, but I'm not trying to compare to that. I don't know one piece of furniture in our church now that's brand new. Seriously. But you know what? We made it new. We made it ours. And the vision was still able to be completed and fulfilled. You know, you don't have to have lots of money to make something beautiful. You really don't. You just have to have creativity. You have to have instinct. You have to have a vision. You have to have a dream. Don't ever let lack of money stop you from your dream. Just get creative. Matter of fact, I've seen the opposite. When people have money, it muddles their dream because they think money can create the vision. And because of money, it takes away the need and the it takes away the need to be creative. Some of the best meals are getting creative in the little things you have in the kitchen and the pantry. Because you've allowed creativity to take over because you got no money to make it happen. Sounds like a devotional story, guys. So, all right, there's Telly, Israel Rosales. How you doing, brother? I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna wrap this up. I gotta let this paint dry before I go into the next stage. Everything is in stages, and it builds on stages. And each stage, it's gonna pop, 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 and then it's just gonna throw my. What I like about the paintings when they're finally finished, it just feels like you can fall into it, you know, and you can fall into that world. That's my whole thing. So, anyways, guys, God bless you. Thank you so much, and see you later. I'm gonna walk around and turn my camera off. God bless, guys.